I'm in love with money. I'm in love with money.
She right behind me. My diamonds so shiny. Even sometimes they blind me. My repertoire's big. Nothing I do is tiny. They wanna be me when they see me, cause that's just a rude awakening. Try me or deny me, and I am the dude who will take it there. I got money trees and in this season, watch I take them in. You just junior flexing, man, that's cute, somebody break them in. Flexing with my dogs, flexing with my bras. I'm flexible when flexing, cause I flex like it's my job. You can't see me like Mirage. Just because. How you gon' pull up in boutiques when your car's in a garage? Never that. Did somebody ever say they better at flexing big? I go bigger and that's how I get them back. You cannot flex on me or get the best of me. I'm master flex like Master Chef. I just got the recipe. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I got the word. I be flexing, I be. I got the word. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I got the word. I be flexing, I be. I got the word. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I ain't playing no games with none of y'all that won't play this. I'm stunting on them, I'm stunting on them, I'm stunt man, I'm famous. Never seen so many plexing. All y'all got anguish. If y'all talk about flexing, y'all talking my language. I swear on everything, y'all something else. So much hate, I'm shocked to say that all y'all got something left. Just know I'm flexing on everything, if nothing else. That's why I put these boys away, put them boys up on the shit.
The world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's gone!
And Homer to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell, deep right center field, carrying, and it's gone!
That was hit hard. Left center field, did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on, bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over on a line shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. We are back at you with some evening baseball on your Wednesday. It's the XBL semifinals kicking off between Shpludo and Luke and myself, Dwayne, coming at you with the call, and in the booth with me this time, it is God's Unicorn. It's great to be back with you, Unicorn. Been a hot minute since we've been together. You've been manning the ship, pushing those AAA games along, and I very much appreciate that.
Yeah, good to cast with you as always, and you did a good job showing me how to do everything. So AAA luckily has been relatively smooth, and then XBL tonight I hope is just as smooth, and I hope we have some good ball games for one.
Yeah, two players tonight taking center stage that most recently took stage against each other here on this channel in the XBL Cup Finals, where Shpludo ended up victorious, taking home his first ever XBL trophy of any kind. So very exciting for him at that time to get that. And now he's come all the way at the other end of the season here in season 16 to the semifinals to face off with Luke once again, who's our defending champion. He defeated Luke in that cup final where he really was able to take control of the game. But now he's got to try and take control of a series against someone like Luke, who is known to be one of the toughest and greatest XBL players of all time, realistically.
Yeah, when you're in the XBL, you kind of know what you're going to have to do to win. You're going to have to play Luke, and you're going to have to play Lazy. If not one of them, then you got to be as lucky as Pseudo. Now you got to beat both of them. So both of these guys have hardware. Obviously, Pseudo, like you said, has beaten Luke just as recently as the last cup. So it's very fair to say he's got a shot. And I think when it comes to beating Lazy, these two guys might have the best shot of anyone in the league because the fact Luke is, right there with Lazy on both ends of the game. And then Pseudo's interesting play style can be a tough matchup for anybody. So it's going to be a long series, I think, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out. When you look at the unorthodox pitching staffs, really is one of our keys to the game that may show through in this that we're going to have to keep our eye on. The one thing, if you know anything about Shpludo's team and his Bayamon Bombas, they're running a zero accuracy build. So he either knows he has no clue where the ball is going, or he's fairly confident in where it's going because he is a very skilled pitcher. And the pitching mini game can be kind of user friendly in that way. So it's going to be impressive to see if he can have success pitching that way against someone like Luke, who's going to be, on the other hand, using a good mix of pitchers. But he's known for kind of bringing about the low velo meta over time that people have kind of bought into, which is a big part of why when you go past 50 in either direction on the salary spreadsheet, it still costs you money because low velo can be just as good as high velo in a lot of different cases. Luke is the casing point. He's had some all-time great moments with his pitching staff, with the way they're set up, with an injured or diminished pitcher. So we'll see if either one of them can kind of come out on top tonight. And I did refer a little bit to the pressure on the base paths. I mean, you can speak to what some may call cheese, others may call genius that Shpludo can bring to the table.
Yeah, I call it cheese, but I'm definitely willing to admit it's a skill to have for sure. It's just something that tilts me, and it can tilt a lot of players, and that's something that works to Pseudo's advantage, is that he can get you mentally out of sorts, and that's when the game can really go sideways for you. So it's going to be, I think that's going to be a big key for Pseudo, is getting Luke a little bit frustrated early and see if he can throw him off at the plate, because we know Luke can hit as good as anybody in the world. And then Pseudo, on the other hand, he's got that interesting pitching style, like you said, but he can also put across runs on his own. So it's going to have to be a lower scoring series, I think, for Pseudo to have a chance, just because Luke's got more firepower at the plate. It's just a simple fact, but it's going to be a good mental battle, and I'm hoping for at least 6 or 7 games. Give us a long series. We've been missing out on some long series so far in both leagues in the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see how long these two can make it run. They're vying for the chance to face Lazy, who swept Flash in stunning fashion on the other side of this bracket. So Lazy awaits the winner of this series, and we're finally kicking things off tonight on time and with games recorded, so we do not miss our deadline. So with that being said, everybody, We're going to go ahead and get ready to roll. We'll get game one set up for you, and we will see where this series takes us. Hang tight, and we'll see you shortly. All right, folks, here we go. Loading into Castillo Arena, home of the Milwaukee Mallards, one of the new stadiums on display here for our semifinal. Interesting.
Yeah, I love this arena. It's one that I wanted to make my home stadium, but I don't have the DLC. I didn't realize it was a DLC until I picked it. But definitely a fun stadium to play at, and that right field is, if you can hit home runs over there, you get to watch them hit that wall over and over. It's always a good thing.
So here we go, folks. XBL semifinals kicking off now. Winner faces Lazy at the Promised Land, and Shpludo's first batter pops one up to shortstop where Anas Pleterinkos makes the grab.
Yeah, and look at this pitcher for Luke. That might be the lowest velo I've seen of any pitcher. That's actually what looks like a terrible pitcher, probably a decently expensive one because the velo is so low.
Yeah, that is Candace Lauterbury herself, the known quantity here on the pitching staff for Luke that brings that low velo. Jason Dominguez absolutely slaps one there, the 3-hole hitter into the gap. That'll be extra bases with 2 outs for Shpludo. So he's looking good now with a runner on. Let's see if we can get him across to start off his semifinal. This is Joshua Reyes. Reyes, I think the best player on this team stat-wise.
Yeah, 3-4-5 is really dangerous in this lineup. I've scrimmed Pseudo a lot, and he does a lot of his work right here.
Maxime Quacks dives, makes a great play. He's taken care of there. The speed can't get it done.
Amount of maxed out characters of this center fielder's name. Jeez.
That's Lilian Nimpiaci, and she manages to line one out to Abreu over at first, quickly disposed of. And I'm not showing off, trust me. Luke's just been in that many playoff games, and I've had to call his team that many times that we've become pretty expert at calling his team name and his players. Speaking of Anas Pleterinkos, the team favorite Milwaukee Mallards shortstop smashes one deep to left field. It's back at the warning track at the wall, and it's gone into the first row.
Yeah, there you go. That quick pitching got to Luke in the first batter, on the first batter with a strikeout, but right there on the second batter, he's able to take advantage. Only a 60 power shot, but he got that low pitch engaged and just barely got it over that wall. Good start for the Mallards.
Big swing from Luke there. Puts an exclamation point on the first inning in game one of this semifinal and brings up Shamil Pekin. She's got some power.
With the amount of low velo that Pseudo uses, that can throw a lot of people off. But when you look at Luke and Lazy more than anybody, they're so good at keeping the power like 60 plus, no matter if you're throwing a curve or a fastball. They're really good with the timing.
Yeah, experts at, sitting on a fastball and changing speeds at the plate are players like Luke and Lazy. It's a great benefit to watch them from their perspective. There's probably lots of hitting tips one could take away. As Shpludo grounds out hard to start the second, fouls one back, and it's 1-1. However, Lefties is engaged for this hitter, and he smashes one deep to center. And Nimpiaci's back, she hops, she can't get there. See you later. Solo shot ties the game.
Yeah, and that one's a no-doubter to deep center. Wow, Pseudo coming right back at him for 13. Anthony Volpe.
Yes.
Volpe?
Volpe.
Yankees fans don't get on to me.
I believe it is Volpe the way they go about pronouncing his name.
Mid, if you ask me.
That one's off the end of the bat. Maxine Quacks bare hands at the first. 2 are down. So a solo shot and a ground out brings up Yadier Molina. Fan favorite catcher of the Bayamon Bombas. Lefty Lauterbury's curveball fouled away. Here comes the heater. 1 and 2. Swung on, fouled into right field territory. We'll do it again. Lag pitch gets him swinging either way.
Yeah, definitely a lag pitch. Hopefully we don't see too many of those. We know Luke is the one reporting these, obviously, with his perspective. Hopefully it doesn't mess anything up too much. Very similar pitchers on the mound. The only difference, obviously, the accuracy, which is to be known. That one's not going to be enough, is it? Oh my gosh.
It is.
A wall scraper.
A true wall scraper right over the yellow line. Angie Affleck deposits that one for a solo shot, and it's 2-1 in favor of the Mallards. So punch for punch early from these two players. I didn't think it would be with the home runs so early, but 3 dingers in this game. Luke follows up with a single up the middle, so he's got another runner on. Still no outs in this inning. Gwendolyn Gadwall, catcher, lines over to first, tags him. There's the double play. That's fortunate for Shpludo.
Yeah, a lot of times that first baseman will snag it, but the guy on base will dive under the glove, but not enough time in that one. He just turns right around and touches him in the back.
Luke's way early on the curveball. He fouls it into third base foul territory. Ramirez makes the grab, puts him away. So run scores on the homer, and we're into the top of the 3rd inning. Shpludo tries to answer infield or outfield shallow, and XBL takes care of this one for out number 1.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 13.
Luke sets shallow again. Strike in there.
Yeah, interesting with the strong batter at the plate.
Arias with good speed, gonna get a single up the middle. Doesn't matter if they were in deep, out. That's a single all the way.
Yeah, just as much as Luke had his part in bringing the low velo into the league, I know he had to play a part in the fact that we see a lot more outfield in recent seasons.
The shallow outfield definitely trending upward, especially against the weaker hitter. Here's Jason Dominguez, who started things off for Shpludo in the first with that double with 2 outs. Wasn't able to make anything of it at the time. Lag pitch there. See if that can calm down for Luke. As we move through these games, they are pre-recorded tonight. Games 1 and 2. Dominguez, deep right center. Center fielder gets underneath it for out number 3. Good speed for Luke, takes care of him. And we're moving to the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, it's pretty deep over there in right center. Hit that more centered or down the line, and that one's gone for another home run. Just barely missed it.
Steady diet of curveballs from Nestor Cortez Jr., the starter for Bayamon. Strike in there, 2-2. Ball misses high, so a full count for the pitcher Lauderberry. Pitch down the middle, Luke swings and misses at the heat, 91.
Yeah, sometimes when you get one right down the middle like that, it can throw you off more than a corner pitch.
Good strike in there from Shpludo to start the AB, and then he misses high. We are back around to the top of the order for the Mallards. This one on a line where Ramirez takes care of it. 2 down.
Seeing a lot, like pretty much the complete opposite. Oh, that's a good gapper unless he can get the dive and a missed dive on the RNG, but that, and he loses his fitness. That's one of his best players too. That hurts. That's
insult to injury right there as the right fielder takes a poor dive there and gets hurt. It's Julio Rodriguez, I think, maybe going to get taken out of the game. He will stay in, at least for now.
Like I was trying to harp on before he hits that gapper is we're seeing a lot of high zone pitches from the Bombers right now. And then the Mallards, rewatch them on the mound, they're corner a lot. So we're seeing them attack different parts of the zone. We'll see which one prevails.
Ball hit right up the middle. Throw goes to home. Dominguez gets cut off. Oh, and then Luke thought about going back to 3rd, and then he might win this diddle. Shpludo misses the tag. Oh, that's unfortunate for the Bombas. Couldn't go their way there, as it's now 3-1.
Yeah, that's something you feel like you'd see out of Pseudo, but it just got done to him. Hurts that you can't at least get that guy at second after giving up that run.
Luke, also an expert of the diddle. Ooh, we see a lag pitch there. That brings us out number 3.
Metalhead always going to have their fingerprint on the game.
Yeah, Metalhead doesn't want to let this go undisturbed. Luckily, we're pre-recorded, so if there's any disconnects or anything, we'll be able to skip forward.
Definitely a healthy amount of lag pitches going on.
Yeah, it's amazing either player can get away with, getting the ball to the plate where they want it to be. Ball hit on the ground. Maxine Quacks picks it up. There's the first in time. Out number 2.
Another at bat of just straight low corner pitches on that last one.
Another missed lag pitch to start the at bat to Volpe. 2-0 pitch on a line at Lauderberry. She takes care of it at third. So now Angie Aflac will lead off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Milwaukee Mallards. This is another dive where the Bombas can't make the grab. What's going on for this team?
Yeah, and Luke almost deserves to get that one through. That was a frozen rope.
Ball was hit hard. It brings up Chance Lauderberry, who's known to be an astute hitter for this Mallards franchise. He's in a hitter's count. Runner goes. Throw goes down to second. It is in time. Nice snipe by Shpludo.
Good timing on the steal, but a great throw from the catcher. See if he can get it this time. Dominguez, or is that Rodriguez?
That was Rodriguez out there and right. The injured player. He does make it a good grab. Doesn't have to do anything fancy. Throw goes over to first. And that'll take care of Luke. He's scoreless for the first time so far in this game.
Number 79.
This ball,
filled in.
They were shallow, and that could probably get Shpludo an extra base. He's thinking 2. Now he's coming all the way around for 3. Ooh, he just thinks better of it. I don't know. He might have got there, but playing it safe to lead off the inning is probably the smart move.
The outfield in works a lot for Luke. Right there obviously hurt him.
Yadier Molina misses a fastball and then swings at one. Hits a right. Lauderberry takes care of it, throws it into third, so the runner cannot tag up. Pitcher Cortez batting. Hits it on the ground. Candace Lauderberry gets him in a rundown. Shpludo's totally frozen out there. Ooh, and he's thinking about trying to take second. Avoids a double play.
You know he wanted to diddle Luke after the way he got abused last inning.
He did. Ooh, this one's crushed. Way over the head of the shallow outfield again. This could probably bring a run home for Shpludo. Runners coming around third. No, he stays.
Yeah, pitcher
very conservative.
on the base path.
Yeah, no speed whatsoever. That is a good call. We see a freeze here.
Come on, you got to hit that one, Pseudo.
At least it missed the zone. I have no idea how that ball even managed to travel to the plate.
And if you're playing someone like Luke, these are the opportunities you got to take advantage of. You got 2 outs, yeah, but you have 2 on. This is your chance to tie the game.
Change up, strike.
Oh my, almost got him swinging. Big pitch here.
Yeah, it's a huge full count pitch. Could go any way. This one on the ground. Platarinkos throws it to first in time for out number 3. Luke plays a little dangerous, but gets him to make himself get the ground out. Now we're on to the bottom of the 5th where he can do more damage. This one hit right at Dominguez in center. 1 down.
Yeah, and if you're Pseudo, that last inning, that's really tough to eat because you had 2 doubles go over the head of the outfield shallow, and you end up walking away with no runs still because of the diddle mistake and then the lack of speed from the pitcher in front of the base pass.
It is definitely a tough break for this Bombas team. We're trying to hang in here with Luke, who's starting to look like he's warming up. At least right now in this inning, he's got 2 on and no out for Nance Lauderberry. Or 1 out, excuse me. Pitch just missed. And then the next one from Cortez is high.
3 straight over there.
Yeah, swung on single will load the bases. So Luke's setting the table for himself nicely. And here's Platarinkos, who's only 2 for 2 with a home run and a double. Shpludo has to be careful here. That ball hit through the right side, caught by Abreu. We couldn't really see it, but Shpludo did. Yeah, definitely a run-saving catch. Multiple run-saving catch with the speed at second.
And you get away from the scariest batter in the lineup, but you're down on a 3-0 count now to a scary one. And oh my, that could have been a problem.
Yeah, Luke late on the curveball. I think it surprised him. Another curveball hit right up the middle. Everyone's going to go station to station again. Oh, he's thinking about 2 runs. He will score. It's 5-1. Now he's got first and third with 1 out. Or 2 outs for Angie Affleck, excuse me. Affleck has outside pitch. Shpludo puts one right there, but Luke did not go for it.
Yeah, not seeing the cutter very well right now. That's 3 straight cutters. He watched 2 and then swung on the third one, and those are all 3 decent pitches that Luke can definitely handle.
Yeah, that third one was right down the heart of the plate. This ball, curveball, driven to the warning track. Luke can make a catch out there with the VACI. And it is 1 out in the 6th inning here. This ball on the ground, Maxine Quacks throws it to first in time for out number 2. So a quick inning developing.
Yeah, these are a couple of anger swings from Pseudo. He thought that one might leave the yard and then swings on a couple of bad pitches.
Yeah, he's disposed of quickly in that top of the 6th. Luke responds in his half. Ooh, with a great diving catch by Shpludo out there. I thought for a second we for sure had a leadoff double.
Oh.
It's the 3rd dive that's bounced off the gloves of this Bumbus team.
Yeah, there's been a lot of diving opportunities. They've only been able to come up with one of them. Sometimes the RNG does that to you. The problem is you don't want the RNG to be against you when you play someone like Luke.
Yeah, you want everything to just break your way whenever it has to, but that is not the nature of the beast with Super Mega Baseball. This one to right, lifted in the air. A dive again by Rodriguez, who's injured, and he makes that catch. What a play. Tense and injured, makes the play.
Oh, great fielding inning from the outfield.
Luke looked like he got a hit on that first pitch, but it ended up being a lag pitch strike on this. But on the next pitch, he does indeed get his single with the pitcher. So with 2 outs and 2 on, he goes to the top of his order, and it looks like he's going to load the bases once again.
Yeah, and after making a couple of great diving plays, you don't want it to all go to waste and give up something big here. Surprised he's not looking at the pin. Works out.
This ball on the ground, yeah, off the hands of Luke. He did not get solid contact with the off-speed pitch there, so unable to add to his lead. First pitch to Volpe, hit on the ground, dive by Quacks, throws it to first, nice throw, nice play. 1 out in this inning. Top of the 7th here, game 1 of the XBL semifinals here tonight. Quacks again, throws it to first in time, there's quickly 2 down.
Yeah, Pseudo's starting to not wait and counts at all. You're holding Luke to only 5 runs. You're not going to probably get that in the series very often.
Oh, Luke makes the over-the-shoulder running catch from the shallow outfield out there. He ran deep with his fastest player and had to make that happen. Nicely done.
Yeah, that catch from Luke is something a lot of people would die for. Now there's a good rope to right field. It's going to be a leadoff triple.
Big moment for Anis Platarinkos there in the game. I think he may have hit for the cycle there.
Yeah, you might be right.
So we'll have to double check the stars of the game. But Platarinkos on third with the triple. He had the home run. He had the double that I mentioned in his last at-bat. And I think he did produce a single in his third at-bat. So congratulations to Luke pulling off a cycle here. Then there's a walk. No outs still. Starter's still in for Shpludo. Could get messy if he puts any over the heart of the plate.
Yeah, the X's went down like literally none at all because it's got nowhere to go down, but it seems like he's losing his control.
3-0 pitch. Luke swings at it, stings one right up the middle. Be another run for the Mallards. So 2 on, no out. What's that?
No outs, you're looking at a run rule issue right here, especially with that home run right there. Yeah, 9-1, you're at 8. Luke's got no outs. You got to start worrying about the mercy rule here.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely parked by Lauderberry. It was a hanging curveball. Cortez is absolutely rattled. That ball hit on a line as well, but at Volpe, fortunately for the Bombus, and there's 1 out in this inning. Second baseman I can't explain that. Next pitch
See,
swung on, hit up the middle.
It would have been an out on the first hit.
Luke good with the second chances in this game on these lag pitches. Ball on the ground though. Tag play enabled. Ooh, maybe he should have went to second first. Could have pulled that off. Tough play. This one a hit into what looks to be just the foul line, almost foul territory. It'll be out number 3. Luke scores 4. It's 9-1 here in game 1.
Number 44.
Look at that. The pitcher finally comes out just in time.
Finally a pinch hitter.
Works out. Good job.
Yeah, leadoff single for Shpludo in the 8th. We'll see if he can do anything with it. That's his lineup now. Turns over to the better half. This one popped off the end of the bat. Platarinkos makes the grab, 1 down. Runner remains at first.
Yeah, and for the Bombas, a game like this, at this point, you're looking for momentum going in game 2. You're probably not going to win this one, but at least get something going right.
Could have been a double play, but not hit hard enough. Ends up being a fielder's choice, so 2 outs for Jason Dominguez. Total lag pitch, and the ball's dropped. I mean, what can you do about that?
Make a better game.
That's unreal. This ball smashed. Deep center. Nymphiaceae at the warning track again, makes the grab. Shpludo unable to get behind that. Unfortunate for him. He can't really square it up the way he wants to. He had that solo shot earlier, but that's it.
Yeah, frustrating game for Pseudo. He's had some issues with RNG in the field. Track.
Johnny Cueto into the game for the Bombas team. 1-2 pitch misses away. Now it's 2-2. Okay. Swing and a miss, strike 3, I guess. Okay. These two are fighting through a lag storm of epic proportions.
Yeah, you would think with the pre-record they might have backed out on, I guess not in a 9-1 game, but it's actually been pretty consistent the whole time. That's a laser to center field. That's a no-doubter. Yeah, good for that
Ball.
guy to catch it.
That's Platarenko's second home run of the game as he smoked that one.
With 2 home runs.
Yeah, that might be one of the greatest games at the plate of all time for a player. And there it goes. See you later and see you in game 2. The Mallards put this one away. Shpludo has no answer for the power of the Mallards. 452 feet from Pekin. Makes it 11-1. And there's the mercy rule.
Yeah, Pseudo looked like he just wanted to get out of that game. Gave him a couple meatballs back-to-back. What you want to see in your first game for the series, you didn't have much momentum. Put up that home run in the second. We're going to have to see Pseudo adjust extremely quickly in the second game.
And there's Platarinkos. He was 4 for 5, so maybe he didn't hit for the cycle.
Yeah, he didn't think because he had 2 home runs.
Either way, an amazing game from him. Put the team on his back.
No single. It's a mid game.
It's a mid game. You heard it here, folks. But 11-1, Luke takes care of Shpludo there. He sets the tone for the series there, I think, and we'll see what the response can be in game 2. You know, can Shpludo make this the back and forth that could give us 7 games, or you know, will there be very little response? It's going to be all about, I think, offense here.
Yeah, when you're playing someone like Luke or Lazy, you can't go down 2-0. You really can't, because you have so much pressure on you already, knowing playing one of, if not the best player in the world. Being down 2-0 just adds to that. It's not something that's easy to overcome. You got to get this game for Pseudo, it being early in the series. As much pressure as possible could be on this one.
Yeah, big moments here. XBL semifinals, game 2 about to come at you in just a few moments, folks. Hang tight, and we will have the action starting up for you. See you in a moment. All right, folks, here we go. We are loading in now to Parque Jardineros, home of the Bombas, for game number 2, one of the bigger parks in this game now, next to Shaka. So we'll see if that plays in favor of the home team, who are looking to bounce back after that tough game on loss.
Yeah, and definitely playing here would have saved a few runs in the last one, because 2 or 3, we saw one literally scrape the wall, then 2 or 3 just a couple of feet over. So home field advantage could actually have a bigger part than in most series in this case.
Yeah, that is true. A couple of wall scrapers last game. We'll see if Parque plays its part. Starting off, first pitch swung on right up the middle. Dominguez fields it, brings it into second. There's an XBL on at first with good speed to start the game. Nance Lauterbury now at the plate. Sandy Alcantara, the starter for the Bayamon Bombas and Shpludo. He gets 2 good strikes there to start this at-bat. Ball popped up behind second. Caught by Arias. 1 down.
Yeah, one little thing worth noting is with the new roster tool, the fact you can't go double accuracy deduction. I wonder if Pseudo still runs 0 accuracy next season, because it's not as helpful as it is this season.
Yeah, we'll see if, the pitches that he's slipped up on could be the ones that, really made these important games tougher than they need to be. Maybe that's something he does or does not buy in on. Take a peek at his cup roster too, and when he puts it through, and we'll see if he's changed things up. But tonight he's got to get a handle on it.
Yeah, you don't want to get down early, and that's a big shot center field. Is it going to be? No, not at this stadium. That one might have left at the last one.
Yeah, Dominguez he's able to get back there and range back and make the grab. Had plenty of room too, kind of in front of the wall still. Ooh, the pitcher gets hit. Throw over to first. Not in time, so a run will score as well. So an injury to Alcantara. We'll see if Shpludo leaves him in. He's in for now. It's still the first inning. This ball hit on the ground. Volpe picks it up, throws to first. And there's out number 3. So only 1 run scores, but unfortunate for the pitcher to get hurt so early.
Yeah, one kind of weird thing about Pseudo's pitchers that doesn't play in very often is getting hurt is not near as big of a deal, because you're already running low velo. All it can affect is your jump.
Yeah, it's pretty much all the way diminished already, but he was barely holding on to any stats to start out with. Julio Rodriguez at the plate against the righty for Luke. This ball hit right up the middle. That will be a single.
And the Bombas need to get runs up early right here. They need to get the momentum, because they were completely, other than that one solo shot, they didn't get anything across last game. So you need something early, just so that Pseudo has it in his mind that he can actually do.
A little bit of lag. It looks like they were fighting through here. Samantha Plumes is the starter. High velo, no junk for Luke. Decent accuracy.
Actually,
Ball fell
incredible
away.
he even got a bat on that.
Next one swung on and missed. There's out number 2. Yeah, it's difficult for these two to get a solid, at bat in, it looks like. At least at this time. That one is crushed deep to right center. Will his home stadium not do him any favors, though, as XBL has tons of speed. She gets over there. Out number 3, we go to the top of the second inning. Next one swung on by Luke. That's, I believe, Aflac. She's got all right speed, so she's thinking about a hustle double, and she'll get in there.
2 leadoff hits for Luke in both innings on the first pitch.
He's swinging early and aggressively at any strikes that Pseudo puts over the plate. That one he was taking. It was a great pitch on the paint. Next one, dive. Arias makes the play. Nicely done. Saves a run, possibly.
Yeah, the very edge of his reach. That's why you make a pretty good fielding second baseman that can do some plays. And there's that cheese that I talk about. Got a mojo boot.
And he caught that ball out of the air, which I thought was going to hit the ground. So kind of an interesting call there. I do believe he got a little extra mojo out of that, but I was not expecting him to catch that ball out of the air.
Yeah, if it's anything close, we know the Bombas are going to dive for it. They coach diving. They do diving practice like 2-3 days a week minimum.
And Chiaplack ranges way back there in left field. Makes a grab. 1-0 pitch. Off the end of the bat. Second baseman should be able to handle the little pop fly, and Quacks does indeed take care of it for out number 2.
I'll start swinging away again this game. Once he got frustrated in the last one, we saw swings.
Yeah, we saw things get out of hand quickly as the at-bats got quicker for Shpludo as that game matured on. Still early. We're in the top of the third now. 1-0 Mallards still. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. These two are, I mean, they're both just fighting these lag pitches.
Half of Luke's hits apparently don't exist.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you get around that or make that any better. Hopefully when they play their next session, there's a lot less of that going on.
The first base, number 77.
Ball hit right up the middle by Pekin. So it will be a single.
It's worth noting for the people, even if it's detrimental to the players, we're making them stream.
Number 14.
It's about
Ball
us, remember,
inside.
it's not about them.
No, it's all about our enjoyment and our fun calling the games. We don't want them, I mean, you know, actually it's more so about Metalhead more than anything. Just having to invade the game by making it so difficult to get around this stuff.
Oh my god.
Another missed pitch from Luke. He keeps buying back those next swings though with some success.
Yeah, it really does.
Bases are loaded for Gwendolyn Gadwall. Catcher's got pretty good power.
Big spot here, just like last game early on. He got one of these situations, gets out of it. Last game, whenever he got in that situation, 2 or 3 runs. It's a good job by Pseudo. Not letting this game turn into anything like last game. Now you got to look at the plate. Can't have swings like that. Got to keep your eye locked in.
Chases outside of the zone. There's the grounder, and there's 1 down. This is the pitcher batting, the injured pitcher, Sandy Alcantara. Making some contact with Shpludo. 0-2, swung on and missed, can't catch up to the triple digits. Now Luis Arias is back at the plate. He hits one over to third. Dan Slaughterbury throws it to first in time. Takes care of the bombas in this inning. Top 4. Maxine Quacks hits one hard into that right center field gap. That's into the deepest part of the gap as well. Luke's already thinking 3. The throw from Dominguez. It's bouncing along, but he will be in there safe with the leadoff triple.
I wonder if you had a better chance hitting the cutoff there. There's not a great arm in center field, and you're in the deepest part of the stadium.
Next pitch, swung on to hit right up the middle, and that'll take care of the RBI single for Luke. That was his pitcher. He's gotten quite a few pitcher hits in this series already. So Mojo's up for Plumes. Ball, tough hop. He's still able to take care of the throw over to first. Did take away a double play opportunity, I think, though.
Yeah, the RNG has definitely been against the fielders of the Bombas.
Ball on the ground. Arias throws it to first in time. So there are 2 down for Platarinkos, who had a great game in game number 1. 2 home runs. Now 1-1. Pitch from Alcantara.
The dive, where's it at?
Swung on and hit hard, and there's another missed dive by Shpludo's team. That's really unfortunate. As the throw gets to third, and he's out. Luke got greedy.
And holding the ball in the outfield actually helped the Bombas right there. Convinced him to run to third, and now he's going to get a good run. But it's going to hit the line, and that's going to be a double, maybe a triple. He's speed right on the base. But is that cannon arm in right field?
That was a really good arm either way. Not sure if he has cannon arm on him or not. Next one hit right up the middle. The throw from Nimpiesi. It's a great throw. Shpludo thinks better of it. So first and third, no outs. Joshua Reyes at the plate. down 3. He's got a big chance to jump back into this game. Runner goes, he fouls it away. So we reset.
Still swinging away.
This ball hit on a line. Maxine Quacks misses it. She botches the play. Everybody's going to be safe and a run scores. It's 3-1. That's an interesting miss there.
That one's hard to fathom if you're the Mallards. It went right between her legs.
Next pitch, a curveball taken right at the knees. Jose Ramirez at the plate, the third baseman, takes another one right at the knees. Nice low pitches from Luke. 0-2. Hits the dirt. It's now 1-2. All evened up. This ball hit on the ground. Platarinkos throws it to third. The ball throw goes back over to first. So they get the lead runner on the fielder's choice. 1 down still. This one on the ground. 4-6. On to 3. The double play. Luke gets out of the jam easily.
Yeah, and those are the type of innings where you win or lose a ball game. Luke's able to get out of a jam, which could have easily been a 3 or 4 run inning for the Bombas, and you don't know how many more opportunities he's going to get. Like, he hasn't been swinging near as well.
Shamil Pekin. This one swung on left center field. Dive off the glove of Shpludo, so he can't prevent any more extra bases. The double is in there for sure for the slow runner Pekin. Angie Aflac kind of tomahawks one, but it gets through the hole. So it will be... Ooh, a challenge at the plate, but Shpludo makes the tag, and then the throw over to second. Luke's going to get into a double play here. Base running snafu from the Mallards.
Number 50, Chance.
Yeah, and we saw the diddle work perfectly for the Mallards oh my gosh. We saw the diddle work perfectly last game for the Mallards, but right there from his mistakes. Very unorthodox double play. You pretty much never see that.
Now 2-1 in there for a strike. Chance Lauderberry trying to pick up the pieces of this 5th inning. Full count pitch, misses away, and that'll be a walk. 2-out walk. Gadwall looking to do some damage. Sees a strike. Next pitch.
Oh my god.
Hit into there. And this one hit on the ground. Volpe picks it up. There's the first in time. There's out number 3.
Yeah, and if you're the Bombas, 3-1 is obviously very manageable, and he's very comfortable playing in close games. He has a lot of close games. I think this series will a run rule or 2 like we've already seen from the Mallards, but if it's a close game, the Bombas excel at that. So this is one that you got to try to steal here after losing game 1. It's right here in the within reaching distance for you.
Yeah, gets late early when you can't make solid contact as he strikes out there. We'll see how he can manage the rest of this game. We're in the 5th with 2 outs. Like you said, the closer the game is and the later it gets, the more it kind of plays into the favor of Shpludo. So we'll see if he can make that happen. He's out here in the 5th inning. We're going to the top half of the 6th, where his starter, who's been injured since the 1st, continues to plug away.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to hide his bullpen or what. Surely Luke and Shpludo have played so much, they already know what's coming.
It's the low stat, no stat curveball. That seems to be the weapon of choice here for Shpludo. The full count. This one crushed deep to right, but it's playable. Rodriguez makes the grab 1 out.
Yeah, that's stereotypical high cheese curve. You make good contact in a good reticle spot, but it doesn't do anything.
Especially with the diminished velocity with the injury, that makes it that much more difficult. As we do see the pitcher get another single. That'll help the mojo.
Pitcher going crazy this game at the plate. That's that might be 3 for 3, if not 2 for 3.
Then VACI batting again. Sees a strike, then a ball. 1-1 again. Curveball swung on, picked up by Volpe. Throw goes to second, on to first. In time for a double play. Nicely turned by Shpludo. He needs that to keep the game close.
It looks like they can at least see the ball in the field, even though on our side it looks real laggy.
all kinds of messed up. It's amazing that these two were able to play through it. We commend them for making it happen to get us these pre-recorded games here tonight. Julio Rodriguez sees a chance against Plumes after the leadoff single. There's great speed at first. You can see Luke kind of waiting to see if Shpludo's going to go. He does not. Swung on in front of Lauderberry. He does slide for it. He's able to play it, but everybody's safe. It's another single. Jason Dominguez with a chance to get everybody moving.
Pretty much the same situation as last inning. You can't let two of these opportunities go.
Ball hit right up the middle. So he sets the table nicely for the rest of his team. He's been swinging early in these counts. Reyes pokes one over the jumping first baseman. That's going to be one run. Another one coming around to the plate. It'll tie the game. Swings that pitch outside the zone and gets the single he needs. Ties things up, and then another single past Lauderberry. One run crosses the plate. Another one coming all the way around from first. The batter's thinking about third. Maybe home. He stays at third. It's 5-3.
Yeah, here you go, Bombas. You kept it close, and now you finally struck. Huge.
Finding a stroke as Plumes is now pretty much tanked and tense in this game. Another run crosses the plate. One out is finally recorded, and it is 6-3. 5 runs here before there was an out recorded.
Yeah, and for how poorly the Bombas have hit so far through game 1 and 2, you don't make it to this point in the XBL if you don't have any sort of hitting prowess. We knew it was coming at some point. Finally showed up, what, 15 innings in? Now you got to lock down on the mound. We'll see if maybe he brings in a... But this BS low stat pitcher has actually been working just fine.
Yeah, he's been doing really well with the starter here. He's got 65 pitches. That one smacked by Luke, though, deep to left. Parquet looks like it's going to hold it at the warning track. He jumps. He makes the grab. Joshua Reyes. Not sure if he had to jump for that or not, but he did make the play. Ball hit right up the middle. Dominguez gets it into Volpe, but that will be a one-out single. Top 7 for Pekin. A little bit of lag here we're dealing with. That ball hit to left, I believe. I'm pretty sure, yes. Can only be 90% sure with the way these lag pitches have gone that the ball is actually leaving the infield.
Luke is due for a home run. You've seen curveballs so often. You've got to have that timing more registered. He's due for a home run here.
It's so difficult to hit the soft toss curveball with any sort of exit velocity. As he hits another one on the ground through the hole, will set the table for himself with a bases loaded opportunity. Chance Lauderberry is the man who could do something. We'll see who comes out of the pen. It is Jose Alvarado, Elite 4-seam. This is a different look from Shpludo. Still no accuracy.
Look at that velo.
The curveball is still the weapon of choice, but it's smashed. Left center, he dives, makes the play. Huge. Luke's still able to tag up. He's going to come home for a run. It's 6-4. What a massive play.
Yeah, massive. That could have been the ball game right there. That would have put across 3 runs.
Yeah, that would have easily tied things up. Instead, Gadwall bats with 2 outs. 1 run did cross the plate. 3-1 pitch. Big hack engages. Quite the moment for Luke. Diving play Abreu. He makes it. Takes it himself to first. Runners out. End of the 7th. Lead is preserved as we go to the bottom half.
And if the Bombas win this game, that back shoulder dive is the play of the game. That is the hard. The outfield back shoulder is the toughest to do. And he did it perfectly right there. Might have just saved himself the game. Maybe even saved himself the series.
Popped up. Podorinkos makes the play behind shortstop. So Shpludo 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Lineup turns over for Reyes. 0-1 swung on and missed. Samantha Plumes is still in it for Luke, the starter. aside from the explosion last inning, he seems to be doing pretty well with her. Pekin takes it herself to first, steps on the bag. There are 3 outs. Now we're on to the 8th.
Number 25.
Yeah, and the Mallards hit well right there. They got them. It was kind of an unfortunate inning that they only got one to hit really well. So this is a dangerous spot if you're the Bombas, because Luke looks like he's pretty locked in at the plate.
They go to the bench and bring out Roost Broodmother, who swings at a first pitch curveball, makes it a single. So 1 out, 1 on. Not a lot of speed with the pinch hitter at first.
Number 16.
Lineup's turned over for Nymphy ACI. They're looking to break through against Jose Alvarado. Pressure's all the way up. Pitch inside.
You know that 4-seam looks like it's going 120 after seeing a 0 velo curveball for 8 innings.
Number 13. Nance.
Yeah, Shpludo really switching things up with the pitch selection and velocity now. It was all curveballs before, all curveballs. Now we're seeing the heater, and Luke is not doing well with it thus far. Ball misses high though. Luke able to have a good eye and exercises a walk. That's where Shpludo needs to be careful. He's working quickly, but he has to make, strikes the count.
Yeah, this is danger red here with this guy up at the plate. Yeah, that would have been a home run. Luke needs to chill out after that one.
1-2 pitch upcoming. Swung on through the hole. He's going to load the bases as he's done multiple times in this series so far. It's going to be a matter of how can Shpludo navigate this. There's 2 outs. Alvarado starting to tire. His 23rd pitch is upcoming. Lefty on lefty is the matchup here. Curveball misses low. So we're 1-0. Next one in for a strike. Misses low again. This one hit on a line, center field. Dominguez makes the grab, so the Bayamon Bombas are out of the bases loaded jam. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Last chance for insurance for Pseudo here before he tries to take a Game 2 victory against Luke, which would possibly even up the series.
Yeah, and great job by Shpludo there. He had a mental battle there. Now the fastball was timed up, and I think he could tell that Luke give him a 1, and he gave up decent contact, but because the curveball is not lined up on the power meter, he's able to just get a fly out. That was actually excellent pitching and excellent mental gameplay from Pseudo right there, and he had that.
Yeah, he's really exercising everything in his locker to try and just make, this happen. This is a tough series, a tough opponent in Luke. But that's, he's got a full scale of things he can pull out at any given moment to try and, win a baseball game. And if there's anyone who's got the wherewithal to drag this series out, make it long, make it a fight, it's definitely Shpludo. Runner goes. First steal we've seen from the Bombas. He goes in without a throw.
Yeah, try to add one more right here because you know that there's power on the other side that you're going to have to be going against.
Oh, Luke goes for third. That's a tough play. Everybody's safe. Too much speed to deal with out there. And then Shpludo gets the insurance he's looking for. He pokes one right into left center field. We're first and third. 7-4 now.
And Luke's a great batter, but you don't want to be down 5 or 6.
Ooh, nice diving play. Brings a double play opportunity, but everyone are safe at first, and runners safe at home as well. So 8-4, another run crosses the plate. Shpludo goes with the steal, no throw again. He's great at getting those jumps when he can smell the opportunity to steal.
Yeah, definitely has a speedy team too.
So 8-4. Shpludo looking to punch back. This one off the glove of the pitcher. Everyone's going to be safe again.
Now we see the RNG flipped with the momentum. The game seems to do that. Now we by it.
At the knees to Molina. Swung on and miss. 0-2. The changeup incoming. Bunted. Rubber.
Bad bunt.
Throws it home, then throws it to first. Runner does score. I guess a good bunt. It's a sacrifice for a run.
That's pseudo gameplay to a T. Just turning bad plays into scoring plays, and that's the reason he's in this situation.
Yeah, sometimes he's surprising you so quickly with a move like that you don't know what to do with it. Luke wasn't able to really execute there. A lot of few extra runs across the plate. Now he's only got 3 outs to work with here in game 2 to push ahead his series lead. Shpludo wants to tie things up here in the XBL semifinals.
Yeah, Luke and Lazy are the 2 guys that have the best shot of coming back in this situation, so this game is nowhere near over for someone Luke at the plate.
Yeah, there's plenty of times we've seen Luke score 5 runs in an inning. So let's see if he can do it here, or if Shpludo can walk away happy in this first session of the XBL semis. In his first ever XBL semi games in his career.
Back to the curveball every pitch. There you go. He makes him the fastball.
Fastball from Leclerc. He's got specialist also that he's working with there. Full count. We are seeing some lag. Next pitch swung on through the hole. Good at bat from Luke to start off the inning with a hit. Pressure's low though.
That's huge because you don't get very many pitches. He drugs that out 6 pitches on the first batter. If you're going to score 5 runs, you're obviously going to run through the closer.
That is true. The closers go by quickly. We'll see if he can continue to navigate this inning or if he's going to keep having trouble. Behind in the count, 2-1. That one is crushed deep to right. Shpludo's way back there. He jumps. He misses it. It's gone. 2-run shot for Lauderbury. And Luke's in this game immediately now, 9-6.
Yeah, 6-9, I like to say. And he's got no outs, only down 3 runs now. So exactly like we were saying, Luke can come back from this. Not easily, but easily compared to pretty much anybody else that plays this game.
Keeps getting behind in the count, and he's got to work back into it. Gadwall swings at one into left, the slide off the glove. Tough play. He slid when he needed to make it happen, but we've seen many drops tonight from the Bombas.
Oh yeah, we have. And from a Rangers fan, yeah, get Leclerc out because he's someone that'll throw the game in the 9th for you.
Felix Bautista is the choice now for Shpludo as he gets an out on a line there. Call to the pen with a lot of velo. Swings a nice strike in there. Ooh, 2 really good strikes. Fast curveballs. That's a big difference from what we've seen. Misses low. 2-2. We're evened up. Bruce Broodmother is still in the game. This one hit on the ground. Volpe over to second. Arias on to first, and that'll be the ball game. The Bombas win game number 2 and tie up this series 1-1. Nicely done. Impressive game.
Yeah, there we go. We finally saw a little bit of offensive explosion from the Bombas with that 5-run inning, and they tried to put it away with the weak closer, but ended up switching to their ace in the bullpen and getting out of it when they needed to. That's monumental for Shpludo because, like I said before the game, you can't go. And now he gets it 1-1, and it's looking interesting, and we know that it's doable. He's beating Luke in the cup.
Yeah, and we know we're guaranteed at least a game 5 in this series, maybe a game 6 and game 7, which we didn't get to see on the other side of the bracket. So these two in it for a couple more sessions. It's going to be really exciting to see who comes out on top in this one, as it's proven to be competitive already. We saw, probably the best of both players. You saw Luke doing his thing with his low velo pitcher in that first game, kind of dominating, held Shpludo to just the 1 run for a long time, and then he hit so well at the plate, he forced him to throw, strikes, and when he got strikes, he hit them. In the game 2, the opposite, things were close for a while. Like we said, if it stayed close, Shpludo could break out, and we saw every bit of pressure that we kind of talked about pregame pop out there late in that game.
Yeah, I think from 2 games, this is not surprising. I think in this series, you're going to see Luke win by a lot in his wins, and I think in Spludo's wins, it's going to be close games, and that's just the way that they play, and that's kind of the blueprint for the series, I think. So if you're Shpludo, you got to hold down Luke early. A big lead. We saw him give up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of the last one. If you're Shpludo, you got to keep it close because you know eventually you can have an offensive breakout like you did in Game 2. So those are 2 really good games, and I think they perfectly describe the way the rest of the series is going to go. Obviously, I could be completely wrong, but if I was to guess, we're going to see a lot of games like Game 1 go Luke's way and a lot of games like Game 2 go Spludo's way, and we're going to see a long series.
Definitely, it'll be really exciting to watch this one unfold. We'll have more for you as these games get played. We don't have any more in the locker for you just yet in this series, so look towards probably the weekend as we'll move back into this. And the XBL AAA World Series as well is getting played behind the scenes, pre-recorded, and we'll have that scheduled for some really exciting baseball. And we will definitely be getting Urban Legends for that. So if Urban's still here, we haven't forgotten about you. The semifinals come at us a little thick and fast, but we're definitely getting in there for the World Series games. It's the business end of season 16 as we finish this one up and get towards our cup, which is always exciting. So great games tonight. We'll have more going forward. Unicorn, it was a pleasure to be with you in the booth again this evening. Is there anything before we bounce that you need to, any wise knowledge or anything that you want to lay out to the people?
I'm not very wise, but it was fun casting with you as always. And if this is the last, I'm pretty sure the Cup begins this weekend, or at least the registration ends this weekend. You'll make sure to get registered. You don't want to miss out on the Cup, especially if you're a new guy here. Get those scrims in and make your face known in the league so that you can get in there and kind of skills, test the waters. It's a lot better to test the waters, I think, Cup before you get into a long, drug-out season. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Get ready for the Cup, and let's hope for some more great games coming on the cast soon.
Heck yeah, thanks, Unicorn. Like I said as well, great to be with you this evening. I'm sure I'll see you again as we get into some more exciting baseball. And everybody, we'll see you next time. Have a safe and pleasant evening, and enjoy yourselves. Peace out.